The letter specifically stated that the primary school was in need of more space, and so they needed the buildings and the classrooms at the top, in this building.
To your knowledge, did you know that this building was for the parish? Is it, or was it Claver College Extension? Give us some info, some insight about that.
We had always had the view, the opinion that the building is for an adult education program. We had never thought otherwise, and so when I came into the office, that is what I also thought. I thought it was for an adult ACE program, and so I was never under any kind of thinking that it wasn't going to be with us for a long period of time, until of course the letter came, and then we were all kind of stunned, and then we were kind of surprised that it came. We haven't had any kind of documents shown to us with reference to ownership of the building.
Do you have anywhere else to go by the end of June coming 2020 here?
Well, the process is starting with educating the public, or informing the public, because the public are the stakeholders, we believe, and there are many pioneers, past students, past directors, past teachers, who will want to know what's the situation. And so our board of directors decided that it is best first to disseminate information, to get the public involved, and they too might have some suggestions for us.
In relation to the letter that you received, who did it come from?
It came from the priest, Father Matthew Rawl. We had been asking since the surface of the letter for a sit down with the Catholic priest and the parish, and they did invite us to a meeting, but nothing changed at the meeting. The priest reiterated his position that the contents of the letter would stand.
To your knowledge, do you think that even if the primary school would utilize the upper portion of this building, can't you guys utilize it during the night time?
Yes, definitely. Coexisting would work in my view. It is a solution. We would be able to carry out our business of continuing to educate the people of PG, and then the primary school students would have also access to our lab, to our computers, and so forth. But it would need for us again to sit down and say, let us go in that direction.
Did you guys suggested this?
This was suggested, but
and what was the response?
Yeah, this was not accepted by the other party.
So at this time, tell us about February 8th. Who are you looking for? Who should be out there to attend that meeting?
We are counting on members of the public who have interest and passion for PG, who love PG, who love education. And so we're looking for alumni, for example, who have benefited from the program. We would really want them to come out and sit with us. We are looking for the business community. We're looking for past teachers. We're looking for all those who have PG at heart and the community at heart.
And did you guys, with that being said, have you guys reached out to the Ministry of Education for assistance in this issue?
The ministry has been officially informed of what is happening. In the past, we know that the ministry would, they tend to seem to allow us, or would like us to try to solve the problem before maybe they might intervene, but we have officially informed them, and that is where it is at with reference to the ministry's involvement.
Okay, and lastly, what time is this meeting going to take place and where?
This is going to be 6 p.m. February 8th at Punta Gorda Town Council Hall.
We then ventured to the parish and spoke to Father Matt Rule, who commented about the situation.
First of all, the conversation has been going on almost a year. We talked to parish council, we talked to other stakeholders, we listened to teachers, and the bottom line is that the two buildings right across the street, there are about 200 grade school children. And the two buildings are, unfortunately, they've been allowed to get dilapidated. They're full of termite and termite dust, and our children can go home and they've got the termite dust in their hair and they have it on their desk, and teachers have been complaining about health issues, breathing issues, asthma issues, and I believe them, and parents have also complained. So I looked in about a year ago, I looked into building a 10-room building that could take care of that, and the budget came down that it would be just about $1 million to do it. I can tell you St. Peter Claver Parish does not have $1 million. So it became clear that the best option was that we ask the CCE to relocate, and those classrooms will now be used for our children, which I'm sorry to displace CCE, but I have 200 children to worry about, and I don't know exactly the number. Someone said 60, 70 kids over there. So if you just do the math and you weigh the pros and the cons, you can say, okay, 200 school children, and the school children are our first priority. They are very important. We have to take care of them. So we asked CCE to please relocate, and that's where we are.
At this point, just to get it clear, the building over there is for the parish. It's not for CCE.
That is correct. It is. This is a Catholic parish. It's Catholic property. It's a Catholic building. And one of the things I think that's causing distress is, I think a lot of the people in PG don't understand that this is a Catholic parish. It's not a public place. It is operated through the diocese, and it's part of the Catholic mission and has been since 1862, I think. So, yeah.
Was it the parish that built the building over that side?
Yeah, it was. We put in, and the statistics that I got are, the figures that I have are that the parish put in well over the half, and government put in about 100,000, and then we paid the rest with different donations, local donations and donations from abroad. Here's the problem. There wasn't a discussion about the way forward because all they wanted was to stay. They didn't say to me, okay, do you have any options? Do you have any ideas? Do you have, so they have not invited me to speak about the way forward. They just wanted to talk to me to voice their complaints. So I just take them at their word and say, well, I'm sorry about your complaint. I explained it to them just the way I explained it to you and left it at that. But they've never come back and said, okay, Father, let's talk about a way forward for us. It never happened. Never happened. They did talk about sharing the classroom space. Now, I can tell you, that was attempted years ago when we were supposed to share a kitchen. Well, we got pushed out of that kitchen, and now we have a kitchen across the campus. No, I don't think teachers or students, it would be a mess. It would be an absolute mess to have two different entities sharing the same classroom. So that was the only possibility they voiced with me, and I said, that just simply will not work.
There are some residents, the Facebook posts, some of them are like, hey man, what's going on with Father Matt? Breaking up the court, breaking up the sidewalk, like a madman. Tell us what's going on there.
Okay, I'm happy to do that. The sidewalk, first of all, we broke up all the cement. There are tons of useless cement all around our campus. As you might suspect, renting the machine that breaks up that cement is very expensive. And it's expensive to bring it down into PG. So we had to do all the cement at once. Now, I had hoped that we could build the court straight away. But I'm working with Cisco Construction, and he will confirm this. The ground was so marshy that it wasn't ready for a foundation. So Cisco said, Father, can you move a bunch of these bricks, these cement, and move it over there, and then we'll come along and smooth it out, and then that can become our foundation. So we've moved the concrete over to the new basketball court area. Cisco Construction says they'll be down here Monday to begin to make it a foundation, prepared for a foundation. So I am personally very sorry about that too. I had no intention of depriving the community of a basketball court for this long. I've come from St. Martin's, and I know absolutely how important the court is to the neighborhood. So I would offer you my own apology for that one. That was an unplanned problem.
But a basketball court will be going back.
Yes, the basketball court will be there, please God, by the end of February.
Father, also, when it comes to the decision making around here, how is it made?
Okay, that's a good question. So I talked to the parish council, I talked to representatives of the school, representatives of the parish, I inform and talked to the membership of the congregation in a couple of different town halls. So it was all widely discussed, and the information was disseminated, and nobody, I mean, there was no rebuttal to the decision to ask CCE to relocate. There was no pushback locally. Now, I will say this. I am taking heat on social media. There's no question about that. But, Mr. McKenzie, think of the heat that I would get if something happened to our children in those buildings. If an outbreak of some kind of respiratory illness, or someone started the building on fire. No. Then I would truly be roasted, and justifiably so. No, this is a moral decision, and I'll take this heat. I would rather take this heat than see anything happen to those kids and then take the heat for that. So that's uppermost in my thinking right now.